Okay, so what I do, so what I just did was I took these and I rinsed them in some water, soaked them to get off any nefarious things, including bird poo and stuff, any other kind of poo. Don't want no Winnie around here. No Winnie the Pooh. So they're nice and clean now. And so what I do is I just take them and spread them on my panel. Try to be as gentle as possible because what I like it sometimes I like them when I freeze them. I like to keep them whole. And if I was to put these in a bag and they get moved around and stuff like that, they get all busted up. They break all apart and they don't stay whole. So what I like to do is put them on a flat tray, and then once I'm ready, I'll once they're frozen, I'll take them and I'll put them in a flat container with a lid that seals, and it'll seal them up, and that way, you know, I can take them out and they'll still look like this, right? Still look like I can put them on top of something or whatever, you know. Nice looking berries. We had a really bad uh, heat wave come through, and these these berries do not like that kind of heat, and so a lot of them got suntan lotion or lack of suntan lotion, and they got burned, and so I've got these dark spots. I don't know if you can see it there, but yeah, quite a few of them got burned. Usually, what happens when they get burned like that, they don't recuperate. But the heat wave only lasted for a couple of days, and then went back into the 70s, and the berries actually started to heal themselves. So instead of turning into mush, which is what I've seen happen in the summer months when they get around 100, and stay around 100 or mid 90s for days and days, they'll just turn to mush right on the vine. They'll just mush up, and they're non-salvable. I've gotten screens. I've put up all kinds of different things, and to try to protect the berries. And one time the screen fell down, the cover to protect the sun as a sunshade, and it fell down on top of the raspberries, and it burnt a lot of the plants, the leaves and all that. So I lost a lot of berries from the wind blowing that overhang. It just blew it down. Strong wind. Yeah. So this is what I do. So now I do this with everything. Um, Apples, peaches, blueberries, raspberries, strawberries, anything. Lots of stuff. Bananas. I'll take them and like the bananas, I'll take those because I got a lot of bananas. I just bought a lot of bananas, and I'll take the bananas and I'll slice them in slices about yay, and make a bunch of these trays, put those on there. I don't layer them. I put one. Yeah, it's a little work, but they make great little ice treats in the summertime instead of ice cream. Yeah, grab a few of those, and it's like eating a healthy popsicle or something. And so that's how I process a lot of my food. Now, even when I pick my vegetables, like my snow peas, I'll rinse those off, put them on my tray, quick freeze. Next day I take them out. I'll show you. So the next day, what I do is I'll take them out and I will process them out. Put them in their individual containers. Now I've got these different size containers. Like, I'll eat what I want, and I'm going, you know what? I'm getting fresh stuff every day. I'm not gonna leave those in the fridge. So I'll take a little tray of whatever's left over that I didn't eat, after my dinner for dessert, and I'll freeze them, and then I'll add them to the container that's like, I've got some in it, but then I'll just keep adding to that same container in the freezer, of the same stuff, whatever that is. And that is how I freeze my stuff. Please subscribe, ring the bell, look at it as a restaurant. The person who's serving you, you leave a tip. Your tip is to subscribe. That's it. No money though, right? It's free, right? Free tip, right? It's as simple as that. So I'm gonna put these back in the freezer until I'm ready to put these in their unique containers. So the blueberries are gonna go in their blueberry container, and the raspberries in there, strawberries. So as I fill them, each container, so I got these black containers that I use. They're the same material that your TVs are made of, your remote control that you handle all day, your cell phone. It's a hard plastic. I forgot what the material is called, but it doesn't leach out like your water bottles. Microplastics, yeah, it's much safer. So these are now going to go in my freezer and do a quick freeze, and by morning, well, if I get around to it, they'll go in their respective containers, and well, those in there are ready to go right now. And so please subscribe, thumbs up. I do all kinds of things. Like, I do it my way, and I come up with something, because I look around and see what I have. What do I have? I want to do this, but I'm not going to go buy this and that and that and that for that. So I incorporate what I have, knowing what I have. And that even goes for constructions things that I do. I go, because I keep a lot of stuff, and I try to categorize. I say, this is that thing. I'll keep that kind of stuff over here in that box or on that shelf. So it stays, I try to keep everything like things together. So when I go to construct something, I know in my head, because I put it there, and I know how much that is, stuff there. And I can incorporate in my mind, when I come up with a project that I want to do, I'll go, that. And then I go build it or construct it or design it or, get the process going, and then it's done. Like all my beehives, I made 6 beehives just from scrap wood. And brood boxes. Well, I made other ones too. I made 3 frames, 2 frames, 6 frames. So what I did is I took the wood, I looked at my wood that I had, and I said, what size of beehive box can I make with that wood without wasting as little as possible? So I would design my beehives based on the size of wood that was there. And that's the size of beehives I built. Now, I did have some nice big sheets left from another project. I was able to build 6 regular sized, 10 frame brood boxes. So I've got 6 or 7 now of the brood boxes, and one of them is occupied. And so, and I got two beehives out there, hoping to have a dozen by the end of the season. I'm in the midst of catching swarms. This is swarming season, so I only caught one so far. Almost got one 2 days ago, but I think somebody stopped it. They stopped that swarming. Maybe they added a box, or they split the hive and they crunched the cells, and so now today, this would be the 36 hours. That's usually when they swarm. Not all the time. We had some nasty weather. That might have slowed them down. But I don't see any bees going into my baited nukes like I did 3 days ago. They were all in all my baited nukes. The last 2 days, no. So maybe they went somewhere else. Woodpecker hole, maybe. Up in the tree. So, all right. Well, you have a nice day. Subscribe. And I've got lots of other projects that I do. I like to be creative, independently creative, come up with my own stuff. And I avoid plagiarism when I can. In other words, I create my own stories of my life and things that I choose to engage in, and that's called being original. All right, and so you have a nice day. Bye now.